Let me hit record. And then one more click. And I think we're going. I think it's working. Okay. Yay, everybody. Yay, everybody. I hope it's correct. Yes, looks like we're live. Awesome, awesome. Now, my challenge is I can't see who's live on Facebook. But maybe if I go here, I can see who wants a card. Oh, I see me. So yay. Greetings. Good morning. How is everybody today? I cannot believe it is the first Friday of the month. We are in July. Happy Independence Day to our friends in the US. July 4th. You celebrate your day, your independence. So yay for you. Hi to all our US friends and family members. Whether you're part of our blood family or our soul family, we welcome you. As you can see, I'm by myself. I am hoping my partner Anita can join us. But in the meantime, we're going to shuffle some cards. Whoops. There's one. Don't know who that's for at this point in time. It is Oracle Card Reading Friday. And as always, we get our cards from the Feng Shui Personal Paradise card deck by Tara Catherine Collins. So I am going to shuffle. I'm going to keep an eye on Facebook chat and see if someone joins and wants a card. Oh, the weather has been very up and down, and from what I understand, we're getting a lot of solar flares being bombarded. So if you are feeling exhausted lately, that may be a factor in your energy. There is lots going on. I know for myself, for the time I finish work out at Bluegrass Garden and Nursery Center, I come home and I'm done. However, yesterday when I came home, I felt pretty good still after work. So, yay, maybe they're calming down a little bit. But I know in the past week or so, it's been crazy, crazy interesting. And we do have a full moon coming up next week on the Thursday, I believe it is, July 10th. So, we're getting ready to go into the energy of that. Yay, look at us all going wonderfully. All right, so it's been a fabulous week for myself. We have our grand puppy visiting us again, Mr. Moose, who is a 2-year-old chocolate lab. And man, he has no off switch. He just wants to play and play. And when I look at it, I think, oh, that energy, he's just so joyful to be around, which is really fun. And of course, the garden is starting to take off. The plants are growing like crazy. And, it is summer, I think, finally. Although it's a little cool this morning, it has been fabulous so far. So far we've got one card that has come up. Oops. Excuse me while I disappear for a moment because one literally flew out. Oh, interesting. So now we've got 2 cards to deal with. And we'll continue to shuffle. We'll get a 3rd one here. And then we'll find out if someone wants a reading or if these are all just simply for the collective today. Excuse me again. There's the other one. Okay. Well, that's 3 cards at this moment. So we're going to go with that. And it's going to get a little quiet because when I step aside and let the energy of whomever it is that wants to speak through me talk, I get quiet for a few minutes. So savor the moment and let's see what happens, okay? Ah, greetings, dear ones. What a divine and lovely day. This vessel has stepped aside, so we may speak about the cards that have come up. So far, we have the number 51 card, Helpful People and Travel. Number 11, water features. And number 1, look at all these ones. Animals. It is interesting that she was just talking about the animal they are caring for at this moment. But we want to talk about the helpful people and travel, the number 5-1 card. You see in the Bagua that the two Cheryl and Anita speak and refer to, helpful people and travel is down in this corner. Correction, this corner. Ha ha ha. Reverse on the screen. This area is often overlooked because many think, what is helpful people? Yet every aspect of our lives requires helpful people. Every aspect. You are on this planet with other people. So would you not want to welcome in those that are helpful? Yes, we believe so. So enhancing this area of your home is of importance. Ensuring there is energy flow in this area is of importance. Helpful people come in many forms. It may be the coworker, and we'll talk about water features and Cheryl's coworkers in a moment. It may be the neighbor that assists in the dog care. It may be of the unseen realm like us. That when you want a divine symbol or a guide or a message, something appears. Travel, dearest beings of light, is not just about the physical travel, but the astral travel, your dream state. Ah, yes. Messages come through in there. Ideas and solutions appear in that state. You go to bed with a question on your mind and you wake up with a solution. This happens for many inventors, for many creatives, for most people, if they stop to think about it. How exciting is that? Now, let us talk a little bit about the water features and the importance of. Now, this vessel was working yesterday, and she and her coworkers were trying to resolve a problem with a big water feature in the store. 3 of them, and others involved here and there for decision-making purposes. It wasn't about one person solving the problem. It was about the communication and the ideas generated from the group that solved the issue, which wound up being too much water. You see, too much water in this particular water fountain was too much pressure for the pump to handle its job of taking the water and taking it up to the top so it could flow down into the other areas. A beautiful sight when it works properly. Where is there too much happening in your life right now, dearest beings? That is what this water feature conversation is about. Is it too much work? Too much sun? Too much energy, too much sugar, too much, too much, too much, too much, too much, too much. All of which has a factor on your physical body, your pump, your motor, your heart, your systems in your physical body. Too much is a good thing, is what many people say, but this is not true. The yin-yang symbol shows you about balance. and how things can very quickly become lopsided when there is too much. This vessel and her partner, Anita, speak about the five element theory often. And when there's too much of one element, we feel the effects. Your home, too much energy, too much fire. Maybe it is too much water. The rivers beside you may be showing too much water, and they've become dangerous. Maybe you're in an area where the forest is on fire and it's consuming everything. Too much. Danger. Do you see, dearest, what we mean by balance and the importance of this water feature? Yes. Let us talk about the animals. We are going to go back to the conversation at the beginning about the dog that is currently in this vessel's home. Has a very high energy requirement. He is only 2 years old and he wants to play, 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 play. It becomes too much after a while. And then his energy level comes down. But the vessel and her spouse need to literally take the toys away from him because he becomes obsessed with playing with the ball and playing fetch. Too much, too much, too much. We welcome those that are joining us, and if you would like a oracle card pulled, please say yes in the chat. We are happy to see you. Let us go back to the ones that have come up. The water feature was 1-1, the animal card 1, and helpful people and travel also a 1. Do you want to talk about 1111? We are with you. That is us trying to catch your attention. We are with you. Can you slow down enough to feel the energy as we wrap our arms of love around you to protect you, to guide you, to let you know you are in the arms of love? Every one of you is. Close your eyes for a moment. Can you feel this energy? Can you savor this energy? And as you do, does it help to shift possibly where your emotion was earlier today? We are going to try something here and hopefully it works. We're just going to do a little refresh. And maybe we can see comments. Nope, we do not. We are not technically good at this. This is where we miss the Anita. Dearest beings of light, we are always, always with you. We wrap you in the arms of love. That is where there cannot be too much. We speak with you again. Namaste. Hmm. Okay. Well, that was lovely. Now, my eyes are watering. A little intense energy there. Interesting combination of numbers for this morning. Love it. All those ones. Holy smokes. What does that total? 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, and a 9 to boot. Nice. Well, we'll look up the triple one or the quadruple one. I don't know if there is a 4 ones in the book, but I always do refer to Adironda, Marilyn Harper, Joy Roby's 1111 double digitology book. So before we go further, let's see if there is a 1111. Oh, I guess that's at the beginning. Hang on a second. Let's navigate a book here as I come back in and oh, there is. The 1111, a significant number. Ooh. When people begin to spiritually wake up, many times they begin to notice the 1111 or the quadruple one. They may not be consciously aware of the connection. Suddenly they realize how many times when they look at the clock, it is 1111. The one is you, the individual. Let's see what else we can see here. They tell a story. Early sign that they are beginning to understand their significance and connection to Source and all that is. The 1111 means beginning anew from the master number 11, the magnified. So when a person begins to see the 1111, they are beginning something new. It is time to pay attention to those things that filter through your brain, especially in that moment. Yeah, either way, something new and different is happening in your world and on your higher self or guidance system. With the 1111, the universe is saying, okay, you've got this ambition, you've got this leadership ability, you have a way to persistently approach a life-changing, world-changing aspect. 1111, you can check it more out on the book yourself. And I still can't see anybody who has made a comment. So I'm going to shuffle and we'll see what card comes out next. And without a doubt in my mind, it'll be exactly the card you were needing to hear today. That's how spirit works. It always is, it always has, and it's always right on the money. And hopefully, those who are watching in the future, it's also perfect for them. Gotta love it. Okay. And as I'm shuffling, let's talk a little bit about the co-collaboration yesterday when I was at work, and there was several of us trying to figure out the water pump issue on this feature. I took my experience of having a water pump, and I know that the filter gets plugged, so we checked that. One other person looked at the motor, that was fine. We decided we'd take out some of the excess water and try, because maybe once we plugged it in, the pump was working, but it wasn't getting through to the top, wasn't forcing the water up. So we thought, well, let's take out some of the water that's in there and try bringing water from the top down. And that was flowing perfectly fine, which told us that the hose was working. But lo and behold, because we had taken water out, once we put the pump back in, it started to work. There came up the idea that maybe, just maybe, there was too much water in the fountain. And it's been working fine ever since. So it was collaboration, and I loved how the helpful people were all co-workers. We all respected everybody's opinion. We tried different things, and we solved the problem. So yay. So I have had one card come up. So whoever this is wanting a reading, and maybe you're shy and doesn't want to put your comment or your name in the chat, or maybe I just can't see it. It is the number 23 card. kitchens. And I keep hearing that there's another card to come up, but I want to show you the card. Number 23, kitchen, which could be a real indicator when we were talking earlier about too much, that maybe there's too many things going on in the kitchen, and fire relates to the kitchen, the fire energy. And it is possible that your kitchen, there we go, needs some attention, be it some decluttering or um, just some dusting and some cleaning. Maybe a little bit of organizing is what's in order in the kitchen. That would allow easier flow. And interestingly, and maybe this is why the card came up, it's also about we're eating a little bit with the heat that we've had here recently. We found ourselves in my home anyway, eating a little bit cooler, some more salads. And as I was looking at dressings and the expiry date in the fridge, and I cleaned out the fridge not that long ago, I realized, oh, okie dokie, we have some expired food in here. I shouldn't say expired, past its due date. And the due date is about when it's the freshest. So it's not necessarily that the salad dressings were bad. It's just they're not as fresh as they once were. So maybe that's what needs to be going on in your kitchen. Okay, and then the second card that came up is number 50. So a couple fives here. So that's 3 fives today. This is interesting. Children and creativity. And kids are out of school now, so maybe this is relevant for you, whether it's your own children, the neighborhood children, or grandchildren. They can get creative in the summertime, and we'll see them often out in our clothes with sticks, and they find pieces of wood here, and they find this here, and they combine, and they make forts, and they make tents, and they play with the different things. So their creativity is always on the go. What's your creativity doing? So whoever is joining us and this is impacting them, are you feeling a little bit stagnant? Are you feeling the heaviness of all the energy? And I know 2 weeks ago, Anita and I talked a lot about children and creativity in that area in the home and getting your creative juices flowing again. Sometimes all it takes is to go out and go for a walk in nature. Call a friend up and say, come on, here in Red Deer we have what's called Bower Ponds. Let's meet down at Bower Ponds and go for a walk. And you'll see something in nature and you think, oh man, I could recreate that. Yesterday at the greenhouse, I saw some planters that they have on sale. And they're so beautiful. And I think, wow, the creativity that it took the production team, that combination of flowers and trailing, and there's some talent to create those planters. And no two of them are alike, which is very cool because that takes you into another creative realm. And you have the opportunity to look at things through someone else's lenses, through a different set of lenses. And that's why Anita and I always wear these glasses, looking at our environment through another set of eyes. Is your kitchen due for a little creative overhaul? Maybe it's changing up the pictures in there. Maybe it's decluttering the cupboards, moving things around. Maybe it's as simple as cleaning out the fridge. Well, for some people that might not be simple, but you know what I mean. Interesting. So I hope those cards are helpful for you. I do want to bring up, so remember the first group of cards, the number 51 was in there. We talked about the one already because of all the other ones. So I'm going to talk about that 5, along with kitchen, which is 23, equals a 5, and children and creativity, which is 50, which equals a 5. So we have 3 5s in the cards today again. Talk about the masters talking to us and trying to get our attention. Like, wow, that is so cool that we have had these numbers come up. So let's talk about, and again, I'm going to refer to Marilyn Harper and Joy Roby's book, The Triple Digit of the 555. Like the double digit 55, The 555 is also about change, but in a more powerful manifestation. The new energy of the 555 is to embrace the flow of things. The 555 indicates that the major, big time, huge transformation is happening in every cell of your body and in every cell of everybody's body and in every cell of the rocks and the trees and the buildings and the plants and everything. Not surprisingly, that magnification of change is also happening in every cell of your field. That doesn't mean that the change is bad or good. It is just change. So dance with it. Embrace that flow, feeling yourself as water and the flow through the energy. Water can cut through the Grand Canyon, and it also finds the path of least resistance. Isn't that cool? You can't not make this stuff up. You just can't make it up. There's how many cards in this deck? 54 cards in this deck. And go figure, we have the 1111 and the 555 come up in the card numbers today. Change, ladies and gentlemen, change. Absolutely love how these all came together today. And of course, that change, children and creativity, about that flow. And the water card came up. I love it. So, for your week, for your month ahead, consider going with the flow. What change is on the horizon for you? Because it's huge. It's huge, and it may not seem that way right now. But a month from now, when you look back, you'll go, oh my goodness, that was significant. May not be life-altering, and it may be life-altering. I hope you have a fantastic week. I'm sending much love to my partner, Anita, and her family. Let July be the start of something magnificent for you. The theme we chose this month for our social media posts was Savor and Shift. And I think that was the perfect theme for today as well. Savor where you are as this shift continues to happen, because it's going to continue to happen. And it's so much easier to go with the flow and find that path of least resistance. Have a fantastic week, everybody. Thank you for joining me, whether it was hashtag replay or big smiley faces live. Big hugs to everyone. See you soon.